ancient Babylon, beneath the desert sun, a king dreamt of justice, a world as one. From the heart of Mesopotamia, his decree, on a stele for all, for eternity to see. Stone and sky, where the laws collide, Hammurabi's vision, wide as the tigress tide. An eye for an eye, in the stone it's inscribed, a call for justice, where truth can't hide. Laws etched in stone for every eye to read. He sowed the seeds of order, justice was his creed. From the noble to the slave, the farmer to the wife, his codes bound them all, a single thread of life. Stone and sky, where the Hammurabi's gaze, a realm unified through his codified ways. With fairness as the goal, his legacy we appraise. In Babylon's heart, his spirit stays. Across the market, in the fields, by the river's flow, the stone decree whispers to those below. In every judgment, in every plea, the code echoes, let justice be. Today we stand in a world wide and vast, holding on to principles from Hammurabi's past. Justice, fairness, the rule of law, in every heart, his timeless call. Stone and sky, where time itself will bend, Hammurabi's code, on it will still depend. A bridge from the past to a future we compose. On pillars of justice, humanity rose. Long before our time, under Mesopotamian skies, a king inscribed his laws as the civilization rises. Justice for all, the steel cries in every line, echoes of order from ancient times. In the echoes of order, across the desert sand, Hammurabi's voice, for justice he stands. With the stone and the dream, in a land so grand, he carved the path of the law by his own hand. For the widow, the orphan, and those with no voice, his code promised protection, gave them a choice. From the Euphrates banks to the city's gates, the legacy of Hammurabi justice dictates. Echoes of order in every decree, a society bound by laws. For the first time they see from chaos to harmony, the code agrees, an ancient foundation of modern legal seeds. In the echoes of order, across the desert sand, Hammurabi's voice, for justice he stands. With the stone and the dream, in a land so grand, he carved the path of law by his own hand. For the widow, the orphan, and those with no voice, his code promised protection, gave them a choice. From the Euphrates banks to the city's gates, the legacy of Hammurabi and so grand, he carved the path of law by his own hand. For the widow, the orphan, and those with no voice, his code promised protection. orphan and those with no voice. His code from a law in eternity it brings. Ooh, ooh, ooh. For the widow, the orphan, and those with no voice, his code promised protection, gave them a choice. From the Euphrates banks to the city's gates, the legacy of Hammurabi justice dictates. For the widow, the orphan, and those with no voice, his code promised protection, gave them a choice. From the Euphrates banks to the city's gates, the legacy of Hammurabi justice dictates. Lay those of order in every decree, the legacy of Hammurabi justice dictates. Weight on the scales, measured in fairness, the code proclaimed in all its rareness. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. In its precision we find the truth. Today we stand on the shoulders of the past. Hammurabi's vision in our laws and lasts. A knife for up to time, a call for righteousness. In the stone still shell we find the truth. We find the truth. In the heart of ancient lands, beneath the sands of time, the hidden secret silent waiting to shine. 1901 world beneath Susa's sun, with careful hands they built the legacy buried in the sand. Whispers from ancient stone, as the ages soar, Hammurabi's voice, the laws of yore, in cuneiform carved for all to adore, echoes of justice forevermore. With each grain of dust brushed eternally aside, a door to the past slowly opened wide. The stele stood proud in newfound light, a beacon of order in the endless night. Whispers from ancient stone across the ages soar, Hammurabi's voice, the laws of yore, in cuneiform carved for all to adore, echoes of justice forevermore. Whispers from ancient stone, whispers from ancient stone across the ages soar, Hammurabi's voice, the laws of yore, in cuneiform carved for all to adore, echoes of justice forevermore. With each grain of dust crushed in dirty sword, Hammurabi's voice, the laws of yore, in cuneiform carved for all to adore, echoes of justice forevermore. With each grain of dust brushed tenderly aside, a door to the past slowly opened wide. The stele stood proud in newfound light, a beacon of order in the endless night. With each grain of dust brushed tenderly aside, a door to the past slowly opened wide. The stele stood proud in newfound light, a beacon of order in the endless night. From the depths of the earth to the light of day, this tale's journey, a tale of dismay is way, a guardian of history in every street, the dawn of law, the historians see. The stele in our midst, pondering the past through history's mist. A connection so profound, bridging time and space. Hammurabi's laws for human race's grace. From ancient stone to us now belong, a legacy of laws in history's throne, a covenant bound forever strong. The code of Hammurabi, humanity's soul.